Here we are. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
It's me, Catherine, and Gail today. Leslyn is on her way back from her boat to home. So she's at the airport, and I'm not quite sure about Siobhan. We'll have to find out later.
Well, our title says Live with Leslyn Keith, so apparently we're sneaking in and taking over.
Oh my goodness. So that's pretty much tells you how what I've been rushing around. Hold on a
Oh,
minute.
oh my gosh, we have been so
There we
very
go.
busy.
There we go. We're
Yeah.
flowing, coming up with lipedema. Oh my God. Someone said, don't worry, you're human. We are so human. We make lots of mistakes. All right, Gail, tell everyone what we've been doing.
Oh my word. Do you know that it's the 3rd of June? That means it's the third day of Lipedema Awareness Month. And we have had so many activities already. I thought it was already at the end of the month. I thought I'd been doing it for over 2 weeks already. We have, um, it's like we've opened a tribe. It's like we've opened our community and we're giving everybody, anybody out there who wants to just see what we're all about, we're giving you that opportunity with Lipedema Awareness Month. Please make sure that if you haven't registered yet, that you register. So so far we have had a kickoff party. We've had VIP question and answers. We have had live research updates from Leslyn. Another another question answer. We have had a meditation session with Anjay and Kathy. Uh, Today, what have we
Anjay
had?
and Kathy. Anjay and Kathy are two meditation teachers from Asia,
Yeah,
and they come and they do a meditation class for the Lipedema tribe twice a month, and they also do other things. They
right.
do fireside chats, etc. But I just want to explain who they are because you say
Okay.
Anjay and Kathy like everyone would know who they are.
Ev-
We know who they are, but we want to tell everyone else who they are. If
yeah.
you have any comments or questions, be sure to post them so we can respond to you. And go ahead, Gail. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay. Well, once I get talking, it's hard to get me to stop. So, good job on you, Catherine. So, I mean, come on. So, also, like earlier today, we had a pain management clinic discussing how CBD might help us manage our pain with the marvelous Brian Hayward from Natural Wellness Boston. Tonight tonight's Friday, right? We have Coach's Corner tonight, and we have two nutritionists, and I believe we're going to have a doctor there, a medical doctor. I think Dr. Carlos is coming. We'll see if he can get his patients adjusted because we're all doing this, and we all have lives. So it's wonderful that our coaches are able to take an hour out and come see everybody. We have Brian Hayward will be there. So we'll have a CBD specialist there also. And that's just in the first 3 days of Lipedema Awareness Month. And
I
then
know
it's
it's
amazing.
crazy. So the link, if you haven't already registered, the link is below. It's scrolling across the screen, and I think it's in the caption. I'm pretty sure it's in
Probably.
the caption.
I never know what's up there. You know all that stuff. I just get here and do. But what's really cool about Lipedema Awareness Month offerings that we have. So so it's free. You have a whole month of free offerings, a whole entire month. But if you want more, there's more. I mean, that's what's crazy about it, right? You would think we had enough out there, but oh no, if you want more, there's more. For a nominal fee, you can get a VIP status. It's like being getting backstage passes to a concert, except you get so much more. It's day after day after day, and of anything that you want to come to. And it's so much fun. I've met a lot of new people in the last 3 days already. Okay, so I'm excited. My
It's
voice,
only June 3rd.
yeah, I
I'm
know,
like,
and
no, it's got to be long. It's just been like a whirlwind.
right,
So
and June
let me
3rd isn't
say
even
this.
over yet.
Yeah, let me just say this. We're doing everything. We don't expect people to go to everything. Essentially what we've done is we offer all these opportunities and activities for anyone joining our tribe. And our tribe is our membership group. We have about 300 women, 308, something like that. Um, and we started it just before the pandemic hit.
One
And it was,
day.
yeah, it was just like literally just before the pandemic hit. And we didn't know the pandemic was going to put us in lockdown, but we wanted something. And I now am so sure that it was guided by the universe, by a higher power. That's really it. So, what we decided is that this month, as Gail said, we were going to open it up because we want to give everybody an opportunity. And at the end of the month, there will be an opportunity if you want to stay in the group. And we'll talk about it then. But for now, just come and pick and choose. So, this link, learn.lipedema-simplified.org/June dash lamb LAM hyphen 2022 will take you to where you can sign up for free. If you have any questions, put them in the chat and Gail and I will answer them. But what has it been like? Oh, and tomorrow we do an exercise class. That was really one of the original impetus to put together the whole membership group. I have to be really honest. I had had a hip replacement the September before the pandemic. I'd gone through physical therapy. I had um, gone to the pool. They closed the pool. They closed physical therapy. They closed everything. And I knew if I didn't get some help, I was going to be really in bad shape. So that was how we started something called Miranda. And Gail, it now facilitates Miranda. Tell everyone about Miranda.
So the name Miranda she is Miranda Esmond White. She is a former retired ballerina. She's 70 something now, but she runs
73.
73,
73.
same age as several of our people. Anyway,
That's why I
she,
remember.
okay, Catherine. Catherine, 73 also. Anyway, so one of the things that she does is she does these these classes, these workouts that focus on stretching, regaining our mobility, loosening up our joints, gathering all of our, what do you call it, fascia, and getting it all worked up. So it's a warm, um, it's no impact, it's a stretch, and it all different levels. I select the ones that we watch. I pick them very carefully to make sure that they are for those of us who might be having some mobility issues, because like I don't put us on the floor. Well, I've done it twice, but I learned my lesson. You can't get back up once you get on the floor. So there's no floor exercises. Anyway, we do this
Five
all
days
but
a week.
2 days, 5 days a week. We don't do it on Sunday mornings and we don't do it on Tuesday mornings, but we do it at 11 a.m. Eastern time. When we first get there at 11, we have a little bit of a chat. We get to know each other, we connect. Then we have 25 to 30 minutes of the Miranda Esmond White classical stretch. And then we'll do another 15 minutes or so, wrap up. We discuss what we've done, we discuss how we have modified it. We tell a story about what's happening in our lives, and we connect again, and then we scoot out and enjoy our day. So for those of us here in the United States, we're fortunate because it's in the morning, but we have people who come in from Australia, which is like 1 or 2 o'clock at night in the morning, early. Or we have people coming in from Europe, so it's an evening stretch for them. So it's 5 days a week, every day except Tuesday and Sunday. And we're going to open that up 4 times this month, so you can come and see what you think about Miranda, um, movement with Miranda and Gail. And so I hope that you get to come and see us. It's starting tomorrow morning. We're gonna open up Miranda to the general population, the lipedema community. I really hope to see you there. I want to see so many new faces. It'd be awesome.
And this is how you register. But let me talk a little bit about how this is different, how this is unprecedented. You know, Gail and I are excited, and it's been wonderful to welcome so many new ladies and to begin the conversation. We've actually uploaded several of our clips from the presentations we've been doing on YouTube at the Lipedema Simplified channel on YouTube. But this is different. You know, for the past number of years, we've been gathering information and gathering, knowledge about lipedema, stories, understanding all of the, subtleties of what happens for people. We've been doing all of that and building community. Gail is our community manager. Oh, good. She put it on her title. And really, what we're doing this month is we're building community and getting your questions answered. When I started, I had so many questions, and I literally went around the world trying to find the answers. I spent months and months and months in Europe and UK and throughout. And now all we have to do is go online and talk to one another. And that is at the essence. And so, you know, all of these activities are part of it, but a lot of what we're doing is deepening the conversation with one another. We're going to have a 3-day event at the end of the month. We're calling it a boot camp. It's information. It's going to be a few presentations, but so much of it is going to be a conversation. Come join the conversation is what we're saying. The conversation with, what is it? What are the questions you have? And we'll be proposing some questions for you to explore as to how you can really live your life with zest and vigor and thriving and really enjoying your life and your family, and may I say, your body, even with what so much of us deal with. How can you befriend and love yourself and your body?
You know, Catherine, when you talk about that, that always makes me think about my first time that I came to a Lipedema Simplified event as just an observer, and you ended with that quote, and I said to my body, I want to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a long breath and it said, I've been waiting my whole life for this. It was like, I can't believe somebody actually had that already written, because that was exactly how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the thing that I love about Lipedema Simplified that has always struck me as being different than any other organization that I've belonged to in my life is that as we listen to what our community wants and needs, what they ask for, we find something to give them that answer, or at least help them find answers to it. For example, the C6 that we do, which is coaching special interest groups, we gave a quiz or a survey, and they came back with topics, and we took those topics and we presented classes on those topics. So this community is driven by the needs of the community, and that is different than other communities I belong to, where it seems like someone else is driving and I'm just catching a ride. right? This community is driven by the community. So we're looking for your voices. We're looking for your stories. We're wanting to help you find answers to your questions. And because there are questions too, right? I mean, we both have lipedema. I don't know if I have lymphedema, but I know Catherine does. So we're right there with you, um, looking for answers as much as you are.
And sharing the answers that we've found over the years, because yeah, we've found answers. Now, what we've also found is that everyone has to find out what works for them. And it's an interesting journey because ultimately, I was talking, I do consulting with ladies as needed. And one lady was talking about really, really wanting her doctor to have the answer. And, the truth is, we all want some magic bullet, some magic wand. I know I did. So I'm talking for me. I just wanted something. I thought surgery was going to do it. When it didn't, I was beyond heartbroken. I had had such severe complications, I almost died. And I keep saying, well, I'm not done yet because they're not taking me. I'm still here. So as long as I'm here, I'm going to keep doing this. And so it was really understanding that each and every one of us is unique, and only I know what's right for my body. Only you know what's right for your body. And what that means is you have to have a conversation. You have to have a conversation. You have to ask a question to your body and then listen to it answer. And it will, it always does. It's just being able to train yourself to have that conversation. It's so fascinating. I know Gail has one of the most dramatic stories about what I'm saying with her pivot, her shift was just so dramatic. I mean, no, well, and knowing Gail, you will understand that her shift happened at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, and she came out of that canyon and
Alive.
yeah, almost didn't.
Alive.
I mean, I think in some ways we've had these life and death experiences that bring us to a place where there's a quality and level of boldness. I've been thinking about that lately. And that's what we're doing this month. We're inviting people who want to come to play into a place of boldness in their own lives so that they can have, so each and every one of us, you can have the life that you want.
And and Catherine, I know that each one of us has felt like we've hit rock bottom and not known the direction to get out of the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I was fortunate. I don't know, I was fortunate. I keep thinking how lucky I was to survive that hike.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at, I haven't told the whole story that, there were actually people who followed behind us and they were in the dark that night and they they had lights. We didn't. And they were watching mountain lion tracks. I've never said that, And so there were mountain lion tracks on top of our footprints as they were
Mm-hmm.
coming through. I mean, I could have sat down and not gotten back up.
Mm-hmm.
I was so far gone, and I'm just so grateful that I got out of that Grand Canyon, and that when I got out, I listened to that I had to make a change.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's so many people who say that, they start praying, "Oh God, if you just get me through this one, I'll always be good."
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of I didn't quite go that far, saying praying to God to tell him I'll change myself. But it was like, Gail, wake up, wake up. There's hope. And that's when I started my search. But it was a year and a half before I found you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
And, it's so funny because when I started, nobody, there was nobody who was doing anything about lipedema. I started in 2011 looking for answers. because I was headed towards a wheelchair at that point. And here we are. And I remember, I literally walked around my house saying, nobody's going to care about fat legs. Why am I even bothering? Nobody's going to care. And finally, a friend of mine said to me, Catherine, there's only one person that needs to care, and the rest will take care of itself. And she said, it's you. You need to care about this. If you care about this, then the rest will take care of itself. And at the time, I was like, huh. And little by little, I can't tell you how many times I came up what seemed like a dead end. Seemed like there was no place to go, no place to turn to. And I swear it was like the parting of the Red Seas. Like when Moses comes and he goes like this and the Red Seas part. It happened so many times. I began to say to myself, I will ride this one out until there's no place left to go. I will keep riding this out. And people like Gail and Leslyn, Siobhan, oh my God, so many people showed up. And it is truly, I want to say a team, but it's more than a team. So many of us come from dysfunctional families. For some reason, this family is more functional than mostly anyone. So Lenora wants to know, has anyone done cold sculpting or liposuction? Yes. I had 2 liposuction surgeries and they almost killed me. The first one was actually okay. The second one was the one that, I should have, this thing about listening to my body, I should have listened. I didn't. I overrode and I ended up so sick, literally for over a year. So, hi, Sarah. Sarah's from Atlanta. So good to see you. So good to see all of you. Thank you for checking in with us. We're going to wrap up because we try and keep these at 18 minutes, which is what they say a good TED Talk is. So it's not a TED Talk, but it's closest we get.
So, yeah, okay. I can say, Catherine, listening to our bodies is one of the things that we talk about most, is listening to our body. Because as women, we often go, I'm going to ignore you for a while. I've got other things to do. And then pretty soon our bodies are screaming at us because we haven't listened. So, we've got Carol from Montreal. Oh, Carol Langlois.
Oh, good. She's just
Langlois.
came into our group.
Yeah, she's back.
Yeah,
Hi,
that's
Carol.
so good to see you, Carol.
Yeah, and I was
I
going to
love
say we had another one from Denver. Where is she? She's up here. Carmen from Denver and Lenora from Central Florida. So
Yeah, we've got a great group today. Thank you all for coming. I have to tell you, something happened to me this afternoon, and I know we're over, but I just have to tell this story. So I'm in I guess you'd call it a support group, but it's a marketing entrepreneurs support group because, you know, at some point after I sent so many emails with the wrong dates and everything, I started to actually, because I'm a professor and I like to learn, I started to delve in and to learn all this. Well, we had a 2-day event about learning about traffic and how to use the internet and all that stuff. So we had an hour group where there were 5 of us, and each member got a chance to talk about, this is what I'm doing, this are the people that I serve, and to get feedback, and this is what I'm trying to do, and if anybody else had any suggestions. And usually, it's fine. This is the only time. Can you guess what I'm about to say? That I was in a group with 4 men. 4 men. I mean, that's never happened before. And at first I was like, what am I going to do? Should I just leave? And then,
So you
so
whipped them into shape, right?
I sort of did. I sort of did. It was so fascinating. And I ended up getting some very good feedback from the men. So I did a workshop with Amy Porterfield, who is an internet marketing guru person and a lovely, lovely lady. And she was saying this phrase. She said, DSD, do something different. So I said to these guys, listen, you know, I serve women. That's our, avatar. And this is very much a woman's, environment. So, but they were pretty cool. They ended up being very, very helpful and giving me some good suggestions.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
anyway,
and I'm going to say any of the men that work with us have
oh, they're great.
they've just been, they've been amazed, I think, at how much tenacity the lipedema community has.
Yeah, it's
I think,
true.
I think they really have.
Gail, with you and me, we'll be here for hours. I
Okay.
do, wait, I do have to say, no, no, no. I do have to say someone because I had this experience myself. I tried to do the effort diet when I got tired of feeling so disordered. It backfired. Absolutely. I reached a point, in my lipedema journey where I had been low carb for so long. I said the same thing, F it. I went to Trader Joe's and I bought all the carbs that I hadn't eaten. Not only did I get sick, it was a total disaster. And, now I don't do those things. But anyway, Gail, do you want to say something to wrap up?
Well, I can tell people don't ever do the F it diet because you only have so many F's. You're going to run out. Be really careful with your F's, with your F its.
Oh, she said, I'm glad she's not alone. No, you're not alone.
No.
I would like to say it was only one trip to Trader Joe's. I was so deep in it. It
Oh
was
my
weeks
gosh.
and weeks. I just said, I had reached a level of despair and I was just like, nothing I do works. This is actually before keto. This was before, because I had been low carb before that. So I totally get it. So let me
Yeah.
say, this is our bottom line message. You're not alone. Come join us. Come play with us. We have your back. And we've been through so much of what everyone else has been through, so we can do it together.
Yeah. There's
So,
lots of room in Catherine's sandbox, and I'm glad I'm here with my feet in her sand. That's
yeah,
all I
yeah,
can say.
really. Our sandbox,
Yeah, it's
started
ours.
as mine, but it's transformed. We've got a lot of sand from a lot of people.
It's almost like
So,
a beach.
I know, really. Oh, and Lynn says it's 9 a.m. in New Zealand. So good. I'm
Oh,
so glad
good
because I thought
morning.
it was like in the middle of the night. So, all right, everybody, we're gonna scoot. Please come. The Akanksha put the link in the chat. So make sure if you can come join us. We just are having a ball and we're learning a lot and supporting each other.
Yeah, we are. It's good